Hey everyone, it's your boy, um, depressed film critic Hunter here. I'm gonna talk about the films that really made me upset and were my least favorite films of 2017. It's Sad Boy Hours over here, and I'm not even gonna screw around. I've been drinking a little bit because there's no way I can get through this list sober. The memories are too painful. I'm just gonna stop beating around the bush. I'm just gonna get right into it. Honorable mention: King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Haha, isn't that funny? Because I put it as an honorable mention in my best of the year list. Well, let me tell you a little something about King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Ugly color palette, boring characters, boring screenplay. Outside of the very specific sequences I highlighted in my actual best of list, it's otherwise just a really awful movie. It's just not that good. Don't watch King Arthur Legend of the Sword. Guy Ritchie is a hack. No, okay, Guy Ritchie is not a hack. But Guy Ritchie, please stop doing big dumb blockbusters and just do silly British crime dramas like Snatch. I love Snatch. Snatch is one of my favorite movies of all time. Guy Ritchie, just okay. Let's get on to the actual list now. Number 10. Oh god, Kong Skull Island. Where to start with this? I have notes here. Kong Skull Island is an editing nightmare. There are so many little things throughout the movie that just exemplify the fact that this was made by an amateur filmmaker given a stupidly large budget to do a big blockbuster on. Mad respect to Jordan Vogt Roberts, the director, but like he just isn't ready for a project like this, and Kong Skull Island really shows it. The screenplay too, frickin' just sucks. It's got an overabundance of bland characters. The action in it is just stupid. There's no tension. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or like I'm supposed to laugh. And honestly, I really just have to put this on the studio, kind of forcing this big project onto a young director. I want to see where Jordan Vogt Roberts' career goes because I've seen this guy in interviews and he seems like a really cool guy. But he's just not ready for big blockbusters, I guess, and that really sucks to say that because I want him to be. His directorial style is one of the more unique I've seen in years, but his authorial voice just gets, lost in the big action scenes, and there's not much for him to go off after that. Number 9. The Fate of the Furious. Okay, the fucking Fate of the Furious. Let me tell you about the Fate of the Furious. Okay, I saw this with one of my friends because only one of my friends actually wanted to go to see this schlock. Okay, no one in my circle of friends wants to see the goddamn Fast and Furious movies, and I don't blame them. Okay, I dragged my one friend along to see the Fate of the Furious. And the whole time, I'm just like, I'm a fan of this franchise and I can't do it. She's just like, turn off your brain, Hunter. Just turn off your brain. It's just a turn off your brain movie. You got to turn off your brain. I'm like, I don't want to. Why can't this just be, enjoyably good like the 5th one? They don't have to all be dumb. They don't have to be stupid. But the 8th one is so stupid. It's just like the whole franchise is stagnating. The Fast and Furious franchise doesn't know what they want to do. Paul Walker dies. And so they're just like, like you cast Charlize Theron as the villain. Cool. That's the best part of the movie. Charlize Theron is perfect in it. Vin Diesel can't act. Paul Walker couldn't act to begin with, but I still miss him. He was honestly the best part. Like no one in these fucking movies can act except for The Rock.
Boat, car, boat. You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
Yeah, I think so. You got my back, bro?
Yeah. All right, man, put on the seatbelt. You want some real Dukes of Hazzard shit, bro.
We're gonna do this big.
The Rock is literally carrying this franchise along with Jason Statham. He's really cool in the action scenes. Again, one of the better actors, but this movie has just completely devolved into stunts and car action. And the suspension of disbelief just at a point gets so disbelievable that you're just like, you're tapping out on this one. Fate of the Furious is pure silliness. Okay, number eight. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales. Let this franchise die. Okay? Disney, you heard it from your boy, depressed film critic here. Let it die. I can't keep doing that. The first Pirates movie is one of my favorite adventure films of all time. Gore Verbinski's direction in it is stellar. And ever since then, the series has just plummeted. Like, there are 5 of these now. Johnny Depp doesn't care. Like, he's clearly just cashing a paycheck. No one cares. No one, not even, I don't think even like the directors care. Jerry Bruckheimer probably doesn't care. Like, there's just so many beats and scenes in this film that go completely nowhere. Like, Jack Sparrow gets married to some like weird diseased woman on an island when they're supposed to be on a treasure hunt, and that comes out of nowhere. The main girl in it is Barbossa's daughter. Cool. Wasn't Barbossa supposed to have been dead in the first one? They only brought him back in the sequels because Jeffrey Rush is, again, one of the best parts of this franchise and one of the few things keeping it afloat. Pirates of the Caribbean 5, man. Like, what the fuck? Number 7, Alien Covenant. Yeah, Alien Covenant. I mean, Alien Covenant was the first video I did on this channel. I was so pumped to see Alien Covenant. Like, I was like getting my friends together. I was like, guys, let's go see Alien Covenant. I love the first day. I love the freaking original Alien. Aliens, and the work print version of Aliens 3 or Alien 3 is actually not that bad. But I just don't like this new direction the franchise going. Like, the whole movie, it's very pretty, it's very nice looking, but it's just full of like weird tonal shifts, and it's like it ruins the mystery of the original film. That's the biggest problem. It ruins the mystery behind the original Alien film. You gotta leave these horror franchises ambiguous, and Alien is, you know, slowly before my eyes turning into some 80s Friday the 13th schlock. I don't want that. I like Alien, man. Don't ruin this for me, Ridley Scott. The most I can hope for now is with Disney buying Fox, that they just can the whole thing, which would be nice, or they, I don't know, tie it into Star Wars. Make a Marvel Cinematic Alien Star Wars universe. Jesus, I'm actually kind of ready for that. Number 6, Kingsman, The Golden Shower. It's just forgettable. You know, I show up this movie, hyped off the first one, and the first scene in, I'm just like, who cares? Nothing in this stuck with me. It's like 5 minutes out of walking out of the theater. I'm just like, what actually happened in that? Unmemorable villain. They ruined the whole Colin Firth is alive twist in the trailers. The action is weird and out of place. They kind of like want to do the church scene from the first movie, but in like every action scene in the second, and it just doesn't work. All the American actors have nothing to do, but they still put it in because, oh, got to get big name American actors in our movie, and we're gonna do silly Southern accents the whole time. And I'm Jeff Bridges, and I'm spitting in a pot, and I'm Channing Tatum, and I'm a big sex symbol, and I'm gonna get frozen for half the movie and not contribute shit. And I'm Halle Berry, I'm an Oscar-winning actress, and I'm just gonna sit behind a keyboard and, you know, allude to the fact that my character might get an arc that never actually comes. Whoops. Number 5, Ghost in the Shell, the 2017 live-action remake starring Scarlett Johansson. Okay, you want to talk about forgettable. The only thing that stuck with me about this movie was that the cinematography was really nice and slick. But other than that, this is just a flat world with flat characters. No one gives a shit about what's going on in the live action Ghost of the Shell world. This isn't the anime, and it's also low-key racist. Like, the whole subtext of an Asian woman having her brain inside the Aryan race, white supremacy, Scarlett Johansson's perfect body, because apparently a white woman, Scarlett Johansson, is perfect, so that's who they're going to put the Asian girl's brain inside. and then she reconnects with her mother. I mean, I saw this with one of my Asian friends, and even she was just like, oh, that ending made me feel uncomfortable. So I was like, yeah. Like, again, I try to divorce myself from, like, racial issues in film because, I don't know, I'm just a stupid cisgendered white man who just likes movies like Get Out because they're, you know, good movies, and doesn't really like movies like Black Panther because they're kind of just, you know, generically fine and average and bland. Don't fucking kill me. But Ghost in the Shell is, like, actually racist, and that just ain't gonna fly, and it's also boring as shit. Number 4, the Just Ice League. So every scene in this flows together with zero structure. It's like Kingsman in a way. Like, did I mention this in Kingsman? I don't actually remember. But if I didn't mention in Kingsman that the scenes just kind of happen and there's no setup and payoff and they don't really lead into the next one, it's clear that 2 directors were in on this and that neither of their visions wanted to coincide. I think the scene that sums this up perfectly is the scene where Cyborg and Flash are literally digging up Superman's fucking corpse out of the grave. And you got Flash over here spouting off the silly Joss Whedon, haha, isn't this wacky and weird? And haha, Pet Sematary reference. And then Cyborg's like, Superman is the key to saving humanity. And I'm like, well, there's a Zack Snyder film for you. I think the DC universe needs to die. You can keep Wonder Woman. Other than that, just scrap it. Scrap the whole thing. Okay, number 3. Universal Pictures Dark Universe The Cummy, starring Tom Cruise.
No.
Do you want to know what making every wrong decision in a film looks like? It's this. It's wanting to jumpstart a cinematic universe when you have nothing to base it off of. And no one seems to understand in 2017 that the only reason the Marvel Cinematic Universe worked was because it had a good jumping off point. Because its jumping off point, Iron Man 1, was just a good standalone movie that didn't give a shit about setting up other movies. So you stunt cast Tom Cruise, you get an incompetent director who's never directed a major blockbuster before. Wow, running theme in that category. And you do this. You do this shit. Number 2, it's 50 Shades Darker. So I saw this on Valentine's Day with a bunch of my female friends last year, and it was so uncomfortable, so unintentionally funny. There was one sort of tense scene with a gun. That was it. It had okay cinematography. The cinematographer knew how to light a shot. I hate this series so much, guys. These films, one of these films, I think it's this one or maybe the first one, has the same editor that worked on Lawrence of Arabia. The same editor who made one of the all-time cinematic classics. One of my top 10 favorite films of all time worked on this. Like, who let this happen? You fucking 40-year-old soccer moms with your erotica fan fiction. We have Pornhub for that bullshit. Number 1, you all know this is coming. I already did a review for it. There's literally no other movie that encapsulates my rage as much as the Emoji Movie. Also known as AIDS Incarnate. No. Fuck this movie. I hate everything it stands for. I hate its messages. I hate its themes. I hate its story. I hate how it looks. I hate how it panders to what it thinks are just stupid millennial kids on their smartphones. This film is everything wrong with Hollywood. It's just a corporate cow designed to sell you shit, and it's not even that good at it. No one was trying on this movie. No one tried to make a good movie. They didn't even try to have fun. Like, you can make a good movie out of a dumb premise. It's called the fucking Lego Movie. But you didn't do it. You just made a movie about emojis, and any chance you got to make a clever joke or a riff or a, hey, you know what, kids, maybe being on your smartphone all the time isn't the best thing. Nope, it's kids, be on your smartphone 24/7, buy all of our apps, use emojis, don't communicate in person. The only way you can ask out girls is if you send them the right emoji. Be yourself narratives. Be yourself because you're special as an individual, but also buy our apps. Buy Dance Dance Revolution. Download Facebook. Download Twitter. Buy Candy Crush. Buy microtransactions in Candy Crush. Buy Candy Crush. That's it, guys. We made it. That was a really painful experience. I usually don't do videos like this, as you know. This is a very special video because I'm a very special boy. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to my top 10 worst of the year list. If you want to see more videos in this format of just me ranting in front of a microphone, which I know you don't, please dislike the video. If you want to see more videos like this video, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see all you guys next time. Pieces, Reese's, and butt greases. Bye!